You're looking at the island of Niihau, an exotic piece of paradise around 20 minutes by air from the lush shores of Kauai, yet despite its close proximity to the rest of the world, very few people have ever stepped foot here. The island is closed to the public, tightly controlled and shrouded in secrecy. But why? Join me today as we explore the gripping story of this mysterious Forbidden Isle. From the sky, Niihau shimmers like a jewel in the Pacific, a pristine sweep of golden beaches, untouched forests and deep blue waters. Yet, for more than 150 years it has been closed to the world. For centuries before Western contact, Niihau had been a part of the independent Hawaiian kingdom. Its name derives from the Hawaiian word Nii, meaning uncharted, a fitting title for an island that had remained largely unknown to outsiders. But all of this would change when the Hawaiian monarchy began to weaken. In 1864, Elizabeth Sinclair, a wealthy Scottish widow and adventurer, purchased the entire 70 square mile land from King Kamehameha V for $10,000 in gold. Back then, that was a fortune. But, for the king, it was a necessary evil. Hawaii, at the time, was under threat. European powers were encroaching, seeking to exploit the islands for their own gains. The sale of Niihau to Sinclair represented not just a financial transaction, but a strategic move to secure the island's future. As part of the deal, Sinclair agreed to preserve the Hawaiian language and culture, a safeguard designed to protect the island's unique identity. This marked the beginning of Niihau's transformation into a private domain. Over the years, ownership of the island passed through various hands, ultimately falling to the Robinson family, descendants of Sinclair. Upon assuming control, they built sprawling ranch facilities, including extensive stables and corrals, which they used to raise cattle, horses, and sheep. The island quickly turned into a sort of private playground for the rich and famous. Celebrities like Frank Sinatra and Hollywood stars would visit Niihau, drawn to its pristine beauty and exclusivity. But this picture of luxury and preservation conceals a darker truth. Since then, the Robinsons have sealed Niihau off from nearly all outside contact. No tourists are allowed, no casual visits permitted. Only a select few are granted access, typically for brief periods and under strict conditions. According to the Robinsons, this isolation is necessary to preserve the island's cultural heritage, to ensure that the natural environment remains untouched, and to protect the privacy of the landowners. But others are not so sure. The island's secrecy has given rise to whispers and speculation. One of the most intriguing tales dates back to December 7, 1941, the infamous day of the Pearl Harbor attack. Amidst the chaos and destruction at Pearl Harbor, a lone Japanese pilot, Lieutenant Commander Mitsuo Fuchida, crash-landed his Zero fighter plane on the shores of Niihau. Severely injured and with his aircraft disabled, Fuchida found himself stranded on the remote island. His predicament was dire. If captured, he knew he wouldn't survive. With limited supplies and dwindling hope, he decided to make a run for it, disappearing into the island's dense foliage. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the island, a group of Hawaiian laborers noticed the crashed aircraft and immediately reported it to the authorities. The news of a downed enemy plane sent shockwaves across the state. Military and government officials descended upon Niihau, eager to recover the pilot and any intelligence he might possess. But Fuchida proved elusive, managing to evade capture for several days. During this time, a bizarre turn of events unfolded. Two Japanese residents of Niihau, Kamekichi and Jiro Nakaoka, stumbled upon the injured pilot. Faced with a choice, the brothers could have handed Fuchida over to the authorities, securing their own safety and potentially saving the pilot from certain death. Instead, they chose to aid him, providing food and rudimentary medical care. The search intensified, with authorities combing the island, unaware that Fuchida had received help. Finally, on December 13th, after enduring days of hiding and injury, Fuchida attempted to flee the island. He believed that if he could reach open water, he might be able to signal a passing ship and escape to Japan. Tragically, this plan failed. Fuchida collapsed near the shoreline, succumbing to his wounds and exhaustion. A posse, alerted by a civilian plane flying overhead, rushed to the scene. Fuchida, realizing capture was imminent, drew a pistol and ended his own life rather than be taken prisoner. His body was recovered and transported to Honolulu, where he was buried with full military honors in a small ceremony. Although his remains were repatriated to Japan after the war, his legacy lived on in the haunting tale of the Niihau incident. The discovery of the downed Japanese pilot and the subsequent evasion and capture not only shocked the local community, but also played a significant role in the national psyche during World War II. This remote island became a symbol of the war's far-reaching impact and the lengths to which those involved would go. The story raises profound questions about loyalty, morality, and the choices individuals face in extraordinary circumstances. After the Second World War, the United States government became increasingly concerned about the potential threat posed by Japanese Americans. Tensions were high and suspicion ran rampant, leading to the mass incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II. However, the Niihau incident provided authorities with the justification they needed to target the Hawaiian population. The presence of the Niihau brothers, who had aided the Japanese pilot, was seen as evidence of disloyalty and a potential security risk. Despite lacking concrete proof of espionage or sabotage, the brothers became targets of the government's surveillance and internment efforts. The Niihau brothers were forcibly relocated to mainland internment camps, stripped of their rights and separated from their families. Their ordeal serves as a stark reminder of the injustices faced by many innocent individuals during a time when fear and prejudice overshadowed reason and justice. Nevertheless, life on Niihau goes on regardless of these dark chapters in its history. Today, Niihau remains largely cut off from the rest of the world. Fewer than 150 people live there permanently, most of them native Hawaiians who work in agriculture, fishing, or as private caretakers for the land. The island boasts a stunning array of flora and fauna, much of it found nowhere else on Earth. Its forests are home to a variety of indigenous birds, including the endangered Newell's shearwater. Its waters teem with marine life, making it a haven for scuba divers and fishermen. Life on Niihau is a blend of tradition and simplicity. The pace is slow, dictated by the rhythms of nature. Much of the island is covered in thick, lush vegetation, creating a dense, primeval atmosphere. Trails wind through this greenery, offering glimpses of hidden waterfalls and secluded beaches. The island's terrain is a mix of rugged mountains and golden sandy stretches. One of the most notable features is its long, white sand beach on the south coast, often ranked among the finest in the world. Despite its natural beauty, life on Niihau is not without its challenges. The island has no airstrip, forcing residents to rely on boats for most transportation. Water is scarce, forcing residents to collect rainwater and use it judiciously. Medical care is unavailable on site, requiring residents to travel off-island for even routine checkups. Nonetheless, life on Niihau is deeply rooted in the principles of sustainability and respect for the environment. Islanders practice traditional methods of farming, fishing, and animal husbandry, ensuring that resources are used responsibly and replenished for future generations. For those who choose to live on Niihau, it is not merely a residence, but a way of life. However, the island's remoteness and tight-fisted owners have fueled numerous conspiracy theories. Some speculate that Niihau is used for illegal activities, citing the island's secrecy and the Robinsons' refusal to divulge details about its use. Others believe that the island is a haven for the ultra-rich, a private playground where they can indulge in lavish parties and exclusive activities shielded from the public eye. Still, others believe that the island holds historical treasures, artifacts, or documents that the owners want to keep hidden from the world. These theories are further bolstered by the island's history of hosting controversial guests. Over the years, Niihau has reportedly played host to some prominent figures, including celebrities and even members of the U.S. military. These connections have led to speculation about the island's true purpose, with some suggesting that it is used for espionage or even as a secret military base. In recent years, the island's reputation as a place of mystery was amplified by the release of a book alleging that Niihau was used during the Cold War as a nuclear testing site. The claims made shocking accusations about the island's involvement in secret military projects. However, despite these assertions, concrete evidence remains elusive. The Robinsons have consistently denied these allegations, asserting that Niihau has never been used for anything other than private recreation and conservation efforts. Yet, the veil of secrecy surrounding the island only adds to the intrigue, leaving many to wonder what truly goes on within its borders. Now, whether these claims are true or not, the damage has already been done. Niihau will forever be shrouded in mystery and speculation, so why is Niihau kept closed? The official reason given by the owners is to preserve traditional Hawaiian culture in its purest form. By limiting access to the island, they aim to protect its unique environment and cultural heritage from the impact of mass tourism and commercial development. Additionally, they argue that this seclusion allows the native wildlife and plant species to thrive without human interference. Furthermore, the Robinsons claim that preserving the island's natural beauty and tranquility is essential to maintaining its value as a private retreat for their family and select guests. They also cite security concerns and the need to protect the privacy of their family and friends who visit the island. However, critics argue that the Robinsons' reasons for keeping the island closed are less noble and more self-serving. They suggest that the true motivation is to maintain control over the island's resources and prevent outsiders from discovering or exploiting anything of value. Moreover, the secrecy surrounding the island has fueled suspicions of more nefarious activities, such as illegal experiments or illicit business dealings. Ultimately, the real reason for the island's seclusion remains unclear, leaving it shrouded in mystery and speculation. But one thing is for sure, Niihau stands as a testament to the allure of the unknown. The island's isolation and secrecy have captured the imagination of people around the world, making it a symbol of the mysteries that still exist in our seemingly well-documented world. Whether it's a place of cultural preservation, scientific research, or something else entirely, Niihau continues to fascinate and intrigue us, reminding us that there are still places where secrecy and solitude reign supreme.